Right. So welcome everybody. Thank you so much for jumping on. For all of you who are here live, thank you very much for honouring your time and honouring ours. And those who couldn't be here, please just have a think about your level of commitment. So one, your level of commitment to yourself and growing your business, and then the level of commitment that you're showing to the team who only want the very best for you. You know, we come on and we give our time and our energy for you and the growth of you. So we would love your feedback and we would love to know how we can actually serve you better. If you're not showing up, we'd love to know why. So I'm just going to mute some people. So if you're coming on, if you can mute yourself, that would be fantastic. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and mute you all. All right, I'm going to go ahead with the recognitions for the week of the 27th of November. So top enrollers for that week were Julie Delaforce, Paul Jamison, Narelle and Richard, Mel Parent from the US, which I think is awesome, Naomi Pickering, Brenda Ondall from New Zealand, Pam Maguire, and Lainey Seddon. Congratulations, Lainey. All right. Top cyclers for the week of the 27th, we have Megan Gaskett, Narelle and Richard, Michelle Lowe, Paul Jamison, Jaden Ben, Deb Brown, Lizzie Johnson, Brenda Odendahl, Lainey Seddon, again, congrats, lovely, Karen Drewst and Amy Nash. And no rank advancements for that week. Oh my gosh, I think that's like one of like the weeks where we haven't had any rank advancements at all. So, bit of a quiet one. But we did have a first-time cycler in Bianca Higgins. So that is awesome. Now let's run through the events again. So we know that in January there is kicking off all of the New Year kickoffs. So I know that Melbourne's is on the 21st of January. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Narelle, Adelaide is the 14th of January. Pretty sure that that's the same day as Auckland, the 14th of January. And Brisbane's, I don't know, I can't remember off the top of my head what dates Brisbane is. But then very excitingly, that Mildura and Sunraysia will have their own New Year kickoff on the 28th of January. So congratulations, guys, for, being so proactive in getting together your own event for that region. I think that it's absolutely amazing, and you guys should be, strongly congratulated and recognized for being so proactive in getting your area going. So congratulations, and the call is now across to you.
Well, poor Richard, he's just like, what are we doing? Because I have no chance to tell him what we're actually going to do tonight. So he's like breaking out going, I hope you know what you're doing, Narelle. So luckily I think I do. So what we want to do is talk about the New Year challenge. And our people last night that we met with, so we met with Jackie and Deb last night. Is it back feeding? Like, is there something wrong with the mic, or you guys can hear me okay? It's all right? Okay, cool. And so they sort of have an insight into this, but it's called the New Year challenge, right? And basically it just, everybody after Christmas realizes, in between Christmas and New Year's, realizes they put on a heap of weight over the Christmas period in the December time. It's usually about, the statistics show about 3 kilos, 4 kilos. They're already overweight. This has probably tipped them into, oh my Lord, I can't get into my clothes anymore. And what they start doing is New Year's resolutions. So the gym industry knows this. Weight loss companies know this. Everybody knows it. And what they start doing is start advertising flat out at this time of year. Not so much in December, but as soon as Christmas is over, they start advertising. So what we want to do is we want to be top of mind for everybody in your circle, in your network, right? So when they go, you know what, honey, I've put on 5 kilos this Christmas period.
You shouldn't have had all those desserts.
Shouldn't have those desserts, right. But I've got an answer, and I can get rid of that because I saw Tessa has been posting and was chatting to me about this program that she's hooked up in. I don't know what it's called. I'm going to message her. Or, bang, Tessa's got a post on that says New Year challenge starting the 9th of January. And they go, perfect. And that's what you want. So we used to do this in the gym industry. Lisa and I, when we owned gyms, we used to do this, and we used to always work on 7 touches. Richard said this to me the other week, and I'd forgotten about it. People need 7 exposures before they'll buy, right? So they might have seen it somewhere, heard it from somewhere, saw it on Facebook, spoken to a friend, driven past, and then bang, they'll start to go, oh yeah, and take notice. That's before they even take notice, by the way. So we want to be not turning people off because we're shoving it down their throat on Facebook, but we want to be drip feeding them information so that when they come time to look at it, they're going to turn to you. Does that make sense? So I hope everyone's on the same page with me. So what we came up with, I've done a Facebook flyer up. You can choose to use it. You can choose to do your own. You can do whatever you want. Please, let's collaborate and use whatever everybody comes up with. Awesome designs. I'm not the creative one, but I came up with that last night while it was late at night. So that's what we're going to do. Start just drip feeding that around. What I've done is change my profile picture to the actual, challenge and the before and afters, and then had register. It starts 9th of January. What we would be aiming for is everybody to have their people's packs ordered by the 31st of January. Now, I know that some people go, yeah, but I'm not starting till the December. Sorry, yeah. So have everyone's packs ordered by then so that, and I know some people are going to go, yeah, but I'm not starting till the 9th. Here's what I'm going to put out there. I like to start people by going, if they're in Mildura or they're around here, I go around and I actually set them up. I know it's heavy lifting, but this builds a relationship with them if I haven't had one in the past. And it also, you start to get to know them and you care about them and you know their goals and all that sort of stuff. You can set them up properly. The next thing I do, if they're not around, is, I know we've started people in America just recently, started people in New Zealand, and I always book in a Zoom call with them. Now, if you are enrolling 7 people or 6 people or however many people in that period, you're going to need a lot of time to get on all those Zoom calls, or if you work full time, you're also going to need time to go around to their houses if that's your choice, whatever it is. Does that make sense? Am I talking too fast? Are you all still alive? Okay, good. So that's why, and also that week, people will be on Facebook. I just want to tell you this, 2 years experience of doing this and being on Facebook at this time, people are on during that week because most people are off work. You'll notice that Facebook traffic is quiet at the moment because people are doing Christmas shopping. They're doing Christmas parties. They're catching up with family. They're getting their hair done for Christmas. Whatever it is, it's quiet. They're not on Facebook. But bang, as soon as Christmas is over, I can guarantee you they'll be back on Facebook. And guess what they'll be looking for? And who's got a solution? We do, right? So you want to be the person that they come to. So that's the theory. That's that part of it. Now the second part is, so once you start planning out your posts and how you're going to do this, and, it might be that you start upping. I know that we say 10. What is it? 10 for 1, Lisa? 10 for 1 posts. But it might be, and I've seen a lot of other Isagenix people doing this at the moment. They started posting more before and after pictures. Right, so they've been posting, look at my friend, and it's been once every 2 to 3 days now, right? Because it's coming out. People might not be consciously taking notice, but subconsciously they're scrolling through, seeing it, not making a decision at this point, but knowing that Jackie's associated with something that helps people look like that. I hope that makes sense. So what you want to do is you want to be like drip feeding them, like I said, and then when it comes up to the time when that's what they're thinking, you're top of mind, you're going to be the person they come to. Then what's going to happen is they're going to inbox you. Let's hope that you get like 100 inboxes, right? And people are going, give me that stuff. I want that stuff. Is it that easy to sell this stuff? No. So what you need to do is come up with some key phrases. You need to come up with some ways to be able to show them the value of Isagenix. Now, Richard and I did this, and we were like a factory last year, weren't we? We were like what are they called? One of those production lines. And we just literally, because for those who don't know, we've got a Facebook page. It's called Super Single Mummies. Obviously, that's my page, not Richard's, and Foxy Fit Chicks. And what we did was do some serious advertising between like round about now and then also after Christmas was over. And people just came left, right and centre flying for this stuff. We did spend a lot of it on advertising, by the way. It wasn't $1 a day, I can tell you that much. But anyway, so what we did, the point is not the pages, the point is the messages. Now, when you get the messages, you need to be prepared because this is going to take up your time and it can drain your life. So you need to be prepared with standard answers to questions. And the way that you would do this is we have one, but we've changed it a lot since then and we have not updated it. But what I do is I've got the text replacement function in my phone. And so I go, if someone goes, what's the cost of the President's Pack? This is after I've been through a price presentation on what it includes, what's in the pack, what it's going to do for them, why do they want to achieve this, blah, blah, blah. And then I go PP cost, right, in my phone, and it comes up with a big, explanation of what's in the pack, how many meals it replaces, and also how much it costs per day, right? So if you can get be as quick as possible with this, but still give the person what they need, this is going to leverage your time better than being stuck on your phone constantly and missing a nice time of year with your family. Yes? Mm. Yeah. Was there anything to add? Did you want to add anything on that?
No. I mean, we obviously sat on the computer a lot last year, but if we can do it by text and not be sitting on the computer for 14 hours of the day, then, it's time better spent doing other things. I'm 2 years into this sitting on the computer for that long, and I did it the year before. I will say I missed a lot because I was on my phone constantly. And I, in the first year that I did it, this New Year challenge or whatever it was, I can't remember what we did back then. I enrolled by myself 10 people, I think, and they were all President's Packs, and I hit 2-star that week, right, that same week. So then last year, Richard and I was like, this is the busiest week. You need to help me. You need to log into Facebook as me and answer as me. So we had a Word document up with standard responses, right? So how much is it? What does it involve? And we had answers that we just copied and pasted into the thing. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a good idea. So we did that, and that was a lot more efficient than us constantly typing because we don't have time to do that. How many people did we speak to in that time? Oh, hundreds.
Hundreds and hundreds of people.
Because when Australia was going to bed, America was waking up, and then vice versa. So we were just on the computer flat out.
Got boring after a while, so we drank wine. Anyway, it sort of paid off. We enrolled, I think, 17 people in that week, and I think we didn't earn according to the hours that we spent. But the best part was, and I remember Sammy G saying this the year before, this time of year will set you up for the rest of the year. So what you want to do is you want to be, even if people don't buy in that week, they might come back to you in winter when they've put on 10 kilos.
And we did have quite a few people that we spoke to during that week come back later on, whether it be a few weeks later or a few months. Yeah.
Still do, yeah. And I went back actually, sorry to talk over the top of you then, but Natasha, who we just started in Hawaii, was actually one of the women that we took in with that, New Year, New You challenge time. And she just bought last week a President's Pack. She's from Hawaii, I've never met her, but she's been watching and watching and watching. And then she goes, I need what you have.
Yeah. And can I just say, if people have done the 9-day cleanse one and you've had lots of knockbacks right now because of costs coming into Christmas, these are the guys that you should just be in loving contact with right now to keep these guys going. Because a lot of them have said, I'm not ready to buy right now, I can't afford it, but after Christmas. So these are the people that you should stay in loving contact with. So yeah. And can I just mention something? We can go back to this. But I did this little online branding thing today, and it's actually let's talk about having a different tagline. Everybody, we need to be different. You keep going, but I just want to throw that in there and talk about this later.
Cool. So the other thing is, I think I lost my train of thought.
So what Lisa said about following people up, what Narelle started doing is for those people who have said, I'm not ready until after Christmas, she started putting them as a reminder on the 27th of December to follow up those people. So putting a reminder in a phone that those people she's going to follow up. So hopefully we're going to have a whole heap of people to follow up straight after Christmas.
So, and it's not just a reminder, it's in Messenger. Most of my people are always in Messenger. And so I'll ask them, I'll say to them, so is it all right if I circle back? I'll say, if they say, no, I can't do it now, it's after Christmas, I never leave it hanging like that. I'll go, cool. So we're starting a new year challenge starting on the 9th of January. Does that suit you better? Absolutely, that suits me great. Fantastic. I'm going to circle back to you around about the 27th of December, and we're going to get your pack ordered then, because what we want to do is get you all set up and organised so you're set to go with the group. You don't want to miss out. There's only a few spaces left. I've got people everywhere that want in this group, right? And they go, follow me up. And so what I do then in Messenger because I've put the date, right? And it comes up with a line underneath it. And if you tap on the line, it comes up with like setting a reminder, an event in there. And then you can say New Year, New You challenge follow up. And it'll come up that day, half an hour before it's supposed to be. And then you'll send them a message. Now, this is the first time I've done this with this challenge thing, but I love it. I think it's a great tool because, you know, Lisa and I have this discussion many times about our lists, and I'm still not great with lists. So this is still not. I try, I really do. But the Facebook thing's fantastic because it's literally a reminder. Look, I've got it, right? But it's just when I meet people and I'm out somewhere, I might forget to put them on the list. That's all. So the other thing that you need to do is when you're around, so that's Facebook, right? When you're around your friends and stuff, and they're, you know, you want to be subtly letting them know that you are a weight loss, you know, you have a thing that helps with weight loss or helps with energy or helps with stress or helps with lean muscle. You want to drop that in there somehow when you're around new people, etc., that don't know you. The next thing is when you get to the inbox stage or when you get to the price presentation stage. Now, I must say that we have started, Sam, she's not on this call, but we started Sam and she got to day 20 and she's lost nearly 6 kilos, right? 6 kilos, and she's got great before and after and progress shots. She sends me through her progress shots today. Now, mind you, I've been building a friendship with this girl since I started her. And so she's a lot like me. You know, we've got a good rapport going on. Every day she messages me, I message her, how are you, everything okay, etc. And I just showed her from the beginning how to get paid, right? I just showed her, this is how, and you know what she said? No way. No, got too much going on. I don't even care about that. You know what? What's exactly what I said to Lisa when I started. So guess what happened? At day 9, she says, oh, I can't believe this is working. I've lost this much weight. I go, you know what? I said, you know what? That's fantastic. Why don't you tell your friends about this? Who are your biggest supporters? 2 biggest supporters. That would be David and Kim. Beautiful. You know what? We should share this with them. So she starts them in 3-way conversations with me. You know, can I just tell you, we enrolled our first person yesterday. What's that? What do you love, Mel? Who are your biggest supporters? We should tell them.
Just the way you say that, like, it's just so authentic. It's not like, let's get your products paid for, not you know, build a business, that sort of thing. It's just, yeah, I like it. It's really authentic. I like it.
Thank you. And I think I got it from Lisa, and she probably got it from Hillary or somewhere like that. But I got it from somewhere. But that's what I've started saying, and I love it because exactly, it's not busyness, it's not stressful, it's not shoving packs down someone's throat. It's just coming, saying, who are your biggest supporters? Is it your best friend, your sister, your mum, you know, whatever? And that, who do you want to feel like you do? Oh my goodness, David needs this so badly, and so does Kim. Great. Get him chatting to me and I'll help you. Oh, okay. The other thing that we learned, do you want to go into that? What we learned on that?
You're on the roll.
We learned on the how to create network marketing leaders is that people will not share with other people, right, or go into a network marketing business for fear that they won't succeed. There's a lot of they're scared of not succeeding. They're going to look stupid, right? Everyone's scared of looking stupid. So if you point out to someone when you enroll them, like with Sam, that you show her, look, I don't care if you're not, with her, I have this relationship. I don't care if you're not interested now, but maybe you will be in the future, because I felt like that too. And this is my job to show you. I'm not doing my job if I don't show you this. So I always draw out you plus 2, them plus 2. And then I, plant the seed about the $250. And this is not that hard, because when you come down here to the you plus 2, them plus 2, you don't only have my support, you've got Richard's support, you've got Lisa's support, and you've also got Brett and Sammy's support. So there is a whole team cheering you on and supporting you in this. You are not alone, and people love to know that they're supported. So, and the same thing, it's the same thing with cleansing. They love to know they're in a big part of something, and they're being supported, and they're part of a movement. When you're out there on your own, people give up. It needs to be a huge community. So that's why the New You challenge is great, because you're going to start a lot of people at the same time. We can leverage off the fact that they're all starting at the same time. We're going to put them in another Facebook group. I know, freaking out, there's so many Facebook groups. But this one, you know, it will be New Year, New You challenge. I would highly recommend that we come up with a strategy, and this is what we did with our team just recently, which has been highly successful, would you say? Was got them all, a condition on joining the challenge was they had to join the Isagenix challenge, they had to do the Healthy Mind Body program, and they had to, and they got points for different things. But we don't have to do that part. But it should be conditions, you know, like we're giving our time and energy to you. We're going to mentor you and coach you. So, you know, we really need a bit of a commitment back. So, and that Healthy Mind and Body is going to help you so much, you know, and when take out the why it's going to, you know, why it's good for you, take out why it's good, put in why it's good for them, always the benefits about them. So,
and it's a lot easier for them to give up if they haven't made a commitment themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's why we never used to give free memberships, by the way. When you owned a gym, you didn't give free memberships because nobody valued them. So when people get things for free, they take them for granted. Yeah, just a little bit of that. What's the other thing I was going to say? Oh, objections. Mm-hmm. So when you go into the conversation about Isagenix, you need to start, you know, you need to find out where they're at. Now, if you've got someone who's on the dole and hasn't worked for a long time, and they ask how much it is, and it's one of their first questions, guys, I'm going to put this out there, they are probably not going to buy. Because how much is it? If that's one of their first questions, when people have to ask that question, it's probably not going to be something they're going to do. There's a big tip. Don't waste a lot of time on these people. Just a really big tip. Like when you go to a restaurant and you don't have money, I used to be in this position all the time and used to get the cheapest thing on the menu. You'd always check, you know, look down and you'd be like, what's the cheapest bowl of chips? They're $3, I'll get those. And you wouldn't eat anything else because you were so broke, right? Well, now, like for us, when we go to a restaurant, I was saying this the other day, I don't even check how much it is. So you don't worry about how much it is when you've got the money. Does that make sense? Yeah? Everyone get that? Don't waste a lot of time on them. Obviously, you help them, give them information, meet them with where they're at. If they just can start on shakes or whatever, obviously do that. But, you know, please don't put so much energy and time into them if one of their first questions was, how much is it? Is that fair, Lisa, to say? So then you come up with, you know, you'll always come up with price objection. You know, that can be it for some people. But if you've done your job properly, the price should not be an objection to the right person, right? So what we used to do when we used to sell gym memberships is you would never tell them the price up front. Lisa, when someone called up the gym, did you say, when they said, how much is it, did you tell them the price straight away?
No.
Oh.
No.
Why?
Because it wasn't actually what they were truly asking for. So when people do say, you know, ask the question, like generally face to face, but it can probably be in that type thing too. When they ask how much it is, it's because they don't know what else to ask. So that's like the common conditioned first question, I guess. But they do want to know more information, but they just don't know what to ask. So the conditioned thing for them to say is, how much is it? So yeah, we would just deflect. We would deflect that question. We would deflect on the answer 3 times before we gave the price.
And the other thing is you would say to them, like, for example, we would always answer with, when they said, I just want to know how much it is to join the gym, we would always say, look, we've got different packages to suit different people and different budgets. So what we want to do is actually invite you to come down and have a look around, and we'll go through the different packages. And the same thing can be applied here, just apply it in a different light, like a different industry. So you would say, when they ask how much, you go, look, we've got packages to suit different people and different budgets, and we can tailor one to help you. So just before I go into recommending a pack, This is a standard answer for us, isn't it? Remember we used to cut and paste this? Just before I recommend a pack for you, can I just ask you a few questions to find out what pack is going to suit you best? And they're like, oh, yep, okay. And you ask them some questions, ask them some clever questions like, okay, so can you tell me how much do you normally spend? And the way that we just learned recently was how much do you normally spend on a healthy, nutritious, balanced breakfast? And they're like, maybe $10. Great. Okay. How much do you normally spend on lunch? Like if you were buying a healthy, really healthy lunch, how much would you normally spend? Oh, sumo salad, $15, right? Cool. Template for, yeah, okay. Actually will. And then so, sumo salad, $15. Okay, so really for 2 meals a day, you're spending about $25, and you're not achieving what you want to achieve, and you found out that they want to lose 15 kilos. So you'd say, you're spending $25 a day, you've still got to buy another meal, and yet you're not losing the 15 kilos that you want to lose. So would it be good if I could show you this program? I could recommend you a pack that was actually going to be cheaper than that, right? Okay. It's actually going to be cheaper than that, and you're actually going to get guaranteed results. Would that be good? The more yeses that you get, the more inclined they're going to say yes in the end, right? But you guys don't have to do this. Call on other people who have done this a zillion times, and call them into your conversations. You know what? There's heaps of different packs. I'm not really unsure of this myself. It's okay not to know. I'm going to start a conversation. I'm going to add Richard into this, and he's going to chat to you more about it and tell you his story. Call in a closer. This is not, everyone makes it hard. I have to know how to do this. I have to know. No, leverage off people. Leverage off people in your upline.
Or anyone within your team. So within our team, we've started even leveraging off people who, one may be a truck driver that you're talking to. So leverage off someone who's a truck driver that's been on Isagenix and had a great experience. So we're still not using three-way calls enough. We're not leveraging off the rest of the team. So obviously if it's a single mum who, with 3 kids or whatever, we're stressed and tired, then call on Narelle. She's fantastic at closing off those sorts of people.
You do want, and even if you happen to have the same story as them, right? Say you're the stressed out married mum with 3 kids that drive you crazy and you're like, you can tell your story, which is fantastic, but you're scared about approaching the money. Then call in someone. You know what? I'm just a little unsure which pack would suit you best, so I'm just going to ask my friend Narelle for some help, right? Because if you've got an issue with money, let me reiterate this, if you've got an issue with money, you're going to project that onto the person. If you do not believe that the President's Pack is worth it, Lainey, if you don't believe that it's worth it, or you didn't start on it, then you'll start selling 30-day cleansers. If you think that $600 is a lot of money, and that's a fear of yours to put that across to them, then guess what's going to come back to you every single time? The money objection, every time. So, guys, I'm going to open it up to you guys, and if you want to just ask a couple of questions surrounding that, because I know that this New Year challenge, you're going to have people asking you stuff all over the place, and you'll be like, how do I deal with this objection? So if you've heard something and you want my answer or Richard's answer, or even Lisa when she comes back, can you please take yourself off mute and ask the question? And
before you do that, it comes to your posture too. So
you have to have posture.
Narelle said, it's not just talking about the worth of the pack. You have to show good posture, because if you're a bit nervous or not certain about telling them about the price and what it's worth, then that's going to be, you're going to portray that to the people. So how can anyone have confidence in you if you're not confident in yourself?
Yeah. I'll just tell you a really quick story. We went to the resort tonight, and we were in the spa, and Richard had his Isagenix drink there, and so we're there. He actually told me to grab it for him, which was right in front of this guy. I don't know whether it was calculated on your behalf or whatever, but I grabbed it, and he said, the guy was sort of looking what's going on there. Anyway, he walked around and he said, "Oh, are you guys on Isagenix?" And Richard we go, yeah. And he goes, well, you can tell, points to him. I'm like, yeah, thanks. Hello, I am here. Anyway, he goes, oh yeah, my friend was talking to me about this. And we're like, okay, cool. We just had this relaxed conversation with him about Isagenix. He goes, oh, it's really expensive. It's like $500. I said, well, actually, no, because it replaces 74 of your meals, like for 30 days. That's pretty incredible. So if you were to buy those meals, 74 meals, you actually spend a lot of money. And he goes, yeah. So his friend had already had him talking to him. It was really pushy about it, he said,
Had him on a three-way.
Had him on a three-way conversation. And he was real sort of pushing him. Anyways, we just gave him information. And we actually had no attachment to it at all because we thought, oh, he's going to go away and enjoy with his friend. And he goes, yeah, well, I really like your style. You're not pushy, and we just went through, what was sort of a little bit was in the pack, what it was going to do for him, more about what it was going to do for him. We didn't talk about what it did for us, what it was going to do for him. It's going to help. He's saying about his knee, an issue with his knee. Oh, well, it helps with recovery, definitely. And he's a footballer. We just listened. Oh, he was in a sport. And then at the end he goes, well, have you got a card? Because I think I'm going to get this through you guys. And we're like, well, we're running a challenge. Because he goes, I don't want to do it now. I want to do it after Christmas. It's going to be my Christmas present. Well, we're running the challenge 9th of January. How about Richard friends you on Facebook? And it just went from there. So, well, he had his phone in his hand. We're in the spa. It's hard to friend someone. And he friended him, and he's gonna put him in the Facebook group, and we'll go from there. And he'll send him a message and set a reminder. Yeah. So so if you want to open mic and ask questions, it would be awesome. Because sometimes I get so excited about this that I leave out stuff, but it doesn't have to be hard at all.
Or sorry, I'm back now. I had to go and be like a cabinet making bitch for a second, but I'm back now. I had to run off and go and help laminate something. So I'm back. Yeah, the fun of it, the fun. So can I just go back over like the kind of the points that I wrote down about the New Year, and I'm just calling it NYNY challenge. So it's going to start on the 9th of January, and final orders have to be in by the 31st. Correct. There'll be a closed support group.
Can I just say you want to create that urgency, but say someone pops up in the week after and goes, oh, if I still got time, I'd say yeah.
Yeah.
I'm never going to knock anyone away.
Yeah.
But you want the urgency, right?
Of course. And then obviously, we're like strongly encouraging IsaBody, healthy mind, body. But like we chatted about quickly today, that we'll also be running weekly Zooms just for those challenges. That's it. Just for those challenges, there'll be that. And then like we've done with the little 9-day cleanse group, there'll be a workout program. We can just do that too, because that's really fun. And then, we're going to have to ask people to step up and really be putting in content and actually be admin on that. So, I'm going to have to I'm going to be away for a lot of January. So, I will do the best that I can, but I possibly won't be able to do a lot of live stuff for you guys. So the Zoom calls, just on those Zoom calls, thank you for bringing that up. I really did forget that. I'm sorry. But when we will have our normal people that we normally have, so we would have our sessions in Mildura, right? And we would have them on a Monday night at 7:30, and we will just Zoom into them. Do you know what I mean? We'll, as a group, we'll be there and we'll Zoom into them. So it's not, and then we can all be together instead of, and it's great. More people, it's awesome. Yeah.
But it is going to be a 16-week challenge. But please, when you're telling people about the challenge, try not to dwell on the 16 weeks at the beginning, because that can be off-putting as well. You get freaked out by the 16 weeks. So you say it's a challenge we're running. It starts, and just go on all the highlights. It's going to help with your energy. It's going to help with this.
4 weeks.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, 4 by 4 by 4. Yeah.
Yep. And then can I just tell you these quick little things that I learned from this little branding thing I did today. And you guys were talking about that. This is where I said, everybody at New Year does New Year, New You. Like everyone, like 2017, best year, your year, new you, blah, blah, blah. So like my thing would be like, to get together and collectively, we need to come up with a brand new tagline, a different, it's got to be different, you know, got to be different. It just can't be new year, new you, because it's like, oh, ho hum, like for 30 years I've been thinking about new year, new you every like January, you know, like making a New Year's resolution, I'm a resolutioner, you know, all that type of stuff, right? So like, what can we do that can actually be different, that within Isagenix, like, you know, because there's going to be so many Isagenix people as well, right? So many Isagenix people promoting like a genuine, like a new year kickoff, right? There will be. So how can we be different? You know, this lady today, she said like, you know, that this is what people, she's like, well, why don't you advertise and you say double your energy in 30 days, right? Sleep better than you ever have in 30 days. Yeah. Be sexier than you ever have in 30 days. You know, it's got like, it's nothing about weight loss. Like, you know, and collectively, I think we actually really need to start brainstorming that and come up with a whole new different tagline for the advertisement. And
why
then,
don't we bring it up? Like, you know how you say it's so obvious, everybody's always saying it. Why don't we use it in the reverse? So, okay, we always say new year, new you. Somehow say new year, but stop repeating, I'm going to be a new you, I'm going to be a new me. Like, try and use it. Do you get what I'm saying? Try and flip it. Because to say who wants more energy, or just keep it at energy, or sexy, or better skin, or better hair, or whatever, because it does encompass a lot of things. Find a way to use that it is a new year, but not the new year. Make it maybe state that you're bleeding obvious. How many times do you say, I'm going to do it's new year, I'm going to do something new, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to eat better, I'm going to change my health, I'm going to get control. Maybe flip it, but be more upfront and out there. State it more obviously. You know how they do with some ad campaigns? They just get really straight to the punch.
yeah.
So I've just you know, I'm putting it out. That's just a thought that I've had, because I agree. After all those years, that's what we did every year, and every year, same.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like every year, like in our gym, we used to run the new year, new Rhea campaign. I was like, after 6 years, I'm like sick of it now. I was like, I'm getting the same people who are coming back for their new Rhea, which didn't change for 12 months. So why?
That's right. So can we use that, which we know is true, that everybody starts with resolutions and good intentions, but very rarely sticks with it, very rarely holds them? Can we be as upfront and obvious? I don't know, find a way to say that's because you didn't have the right thing, you know? Can we be as bold as to say it never worked before because what you did before wasn't the right thing? I don't know.
This time it'll work challenge.
Yeah, this time it'll work
That's
challenge.
what I mean. Be as absolutely upfront and straight up as that.
Yeah.
You know? I wish you could almost say no bullshit.
You'll stick to this challenge.
Yeah. Or what about, because it's always like new year resolution. So wouldn't it be new year the solution challenge? You know, like it's not
cut the bullshit, and you know, I don't know. Like, I know you can't swear in a slogan, or a logo, but I don't know. Be more obvious about it, because it is the truth.
So I reckon people really should just be brainstorming. Like, we really should come up, like, you know, this probably needs to be like put this on Isa Help and Grow, and in the one like kind of comment thing underneath it'd be like a tagline, you know, brainstorming thing, just whatever you think would be an amazing tagline, go like, pop it in there, you know. And if you don't know what I mean by tagline, it's like, you know, just do it, you know, real women, real results, you know,
So it's still called New Year, New You, and then it's this one, you'll stick to this one or something like that would be the tagline.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, it can it doesn't. It can be just you know how you had the before and after pictures of their templates, and then it can be in the middle. Like in the middle, it can be that tagline. Not
It needs to be really short.
Yeah, so you can have say you can have New Year's, just my mind thinking at the moment, you could have New Year's resolution challenge, and then you could have resolution crossed out, and you can have the solution, right? Over the top, underneath, in bold, over the top of it. Do you know what I mean? Like something completely different. Because yeah, even if you break the word resolution down, it's re-solution, right? We don't fucking want to keep re-solutioning anything. We want to give them the solution to have it final. Anyway, but we need to workshop it, I think, so to be completely different to the whole. Yeah. Anyway.
I agree.
Yeah.
Something that's a bit more, I don't know.
Boring.
I don't know, Lisa. I don't think, Lisa, if we put that in the ISA Help and Grow group, that people will get involved. Just from previous experience, I don't personally believe there will be a lot of ideas flying. I know there will be some people, but not a great amount.
Well,
but
maybe we can workshop it in our own brains and then come back and we can speak into this again next week. But the sooner we get it, well, actually, probably not. The sooner we really get it, we get it nutted out and we get a name for it, then we can already start the curiosity to it,
Let's just try it in ISA Help.
All right.
Give it a go.
Yeah. And then you were talking about the overcoming objections, and so the lady said that when you're in a sales negotiation and you're obviously speaking to someone and you're connecting and you're in a sales negotiation, you use 9 parts empathy and 1 part expert. So you are just simply I wouldn't say over empathizing, but you're empathizing more than you come in as the expert. So you always repeat back the person's objection or the person's problem or the person's situation. And then you would say for instance, Narelle, it would be the price objection and people say, oh, it's really expensive. You say, look, I understand, how you feel that way. On the outset, absolutely, I can wholeheartedly understand how you feel, because $600, when you see that up front, it's quite a big cost. It would be like a major car service. What was the last thing you spent $600 on, and kind of get their feel from it there. And then you just come in with the one thing and you just say, but you know what? 3 years down the track, I know that this is the best quality product that I've ever put into my body, and the results speak for themselves, and I see them time and time again. One thing.
Do you remember when the training we did, I think with a girl called Amanda, somebody other once years ago, she said, the more you ask a question, the more you get yes responses, the more likely to buy. So if you ask them, okay, you repeat, how long have you been feeling, like you can't focus on things? Did you say 6 months? Is that correct? Yes. So that so they know you're listening, but they then answer in a yes response. And the more yeses you get, the more likely they're to buy in.
Yeah, absolutely. And then there was one thing that she said, and she said, like when you need to ask them a straight up question, like to really get their buy-in. It's like, how committed are you to making your goals a reality? If they've given you their goal, like, we've done the solid questioning and they've said they wanted to lose 15 kilos to feel better in themselves, but to have more energy to play with their kids. And then you would say, how committed are you really to losing that 15 kilos and feeling better and being able to play with your kids? Like, how committed are you to making that goal a reality? And then I would stop, and then you need to let that person answer you. That's a good question. Yeah.
So what we're going to do, will you finish, Lise, with
Yeah, I'm
that?
done. Yeah, I'm done.
What I was just asking for them was does anyone have any questions, or what, like, does anyone sit there and go, I've always come up against this and I just need to know a way to get around this, whatever it is it might be, that I just can't seem to get past this. For Richard and I, you know, for the last however long, it's not been closing, it was creating managers, right? So we had to get over that stumbling block, and I'm just using this as an example. And now we seem to have gone past that. So now we need to get to, okay, we've got to make creating directors the normal. So I'm just saying to you guys, like, whatever you've got coming up, let's try and find a way to get through that block and get you moving forward. So yell them out, because chances are Lisa and I have heard of them all and maybe can help in some way.
I've got one. I've got quite a few people that don't want to, not interested in sharing, because they say, I can't do what you do. I can't support them like you do. I can't follow them up like you do. I can't do all of that. So I don't want to do it.
All right. So in that book, How to Create Network Marketing Leaders, he said what you need to just, you know, it's Big Al, right? And he says when you are in a sales position, or you're in a position like this, you need to come up with new wording. So it's, you know, it'll be around your language, and it'll be around your posture with it, right? So for example, now in our team, it is just really normal to get everybody paid, right? And so there's no weirdness around it. It's not strange. It's not a business. It's not. There'll be some wording in what you say to them that they will be going, no, that doesn't sound good to me, right? So maybe it is that you know, what we said before with Mel, you know, what Mel said, you know, maybe it's who are your two biggest supporters that you'd love to do this with? You know, who would you love to bring in on this journey with you? And it might be that you just say, you know, and you just keep them going, really, you know, building that relationship, being their mate, like just being their friend. It helps if you like the person, and just being their friend, following them up, making sure they're getting great results. And then, you know, like with Sam today, oh my goodness, day 20, she sends me a message, day 20, I'm down 6.2 kilos or something, feel incredible. Here's my before and after. I'm like, could not believe it, right? I'm like, freaking take this to your friends, because we've got this relationship, right? So I've already prepped her from the beginning. Like, from the beginning, I have to show you this. And then I don't go back and say, I don't like share. I'm over that word share. It just sounds stupid. I think that a car salesman doesn't say, let me share with you a car. They say, let me sell you a car. And I'm not saying I'm a car salesman, but what I am saying is, at the end of the day, Lisa and I have talked about this, is a credit card transaction that happens, right? So there is some selling involved. Delude yourself all you want, there actually is. So what I mean by that, Fiona, is you just need to build that relationship up, right? And then get their great results, and then say, who can you help with this? Who can we help? And then when they go, I don't feel, you know, when you get that block, I don't feel like I can't do what you do, Fiona, you go, that's okay, because I'm here to take care of your people too. And you know what? It's not just me. I've got Lisa, and Lisa is here to help you as well. And there's also our Facebook group, and everybody's cheering on with this, and they all want success for you. Yeah? And then when you start your people, they've got you, and then they've got me, and then they've got Lisa, and then they've got the big team helping, and everyone's pulling together. And so that also has another, you know, kills two birds with one stone thing, because you're actually showing them the amazing support that they get in our group. And that's why one of the points of difference with our team. You know, this is what you get with our team. We don't just sell you a pack. We actually follow you up. We give you love. We encourage you. You're our friend. Friends say yes. So when you ask them to come to an event, guess what they're going to say? Yes.
So hands up if you actually watched the Isagenix presentation by Hillary Courtney 2014.
I watched some of it.
Hands up if you watched it. Do not speak to another person about Isagenix until you go back and watch it. Seriously, do not do another thing until you go back and watch it and you understand where this verbiage flows from and how simple she makes it. And the wording is so simple. It will just, you will find it flow. Like it's like, you know, she says, do you know, when I started Isagenix, I started with my husband and I started with my best friend. Great people to support me. What two people are closest to you that support you in everything that you do? I cannot stress enough that when we're sharing information on that ISA Help and Grow page and we're asking you to watch it, we're not asking you to watch it because it's not valuable, that it's a waste of your time. We're asking you to actually watch those as amazing resources for you to be able to pick something up. Like, that is quality. 2 things that you should do before you speak to anybody else about anything Isagenix related. Go back and watch that Hillary Courtney thing and freaking understand the Jimmy Smith compensation plan and know how to write that out blindfolded. And then go and watch Lynn Hagedorn's Facebook training. 2 things. 2 powerful things you should do before you open your mouth and talk to anybody else about Isagenix. And do that because you want to do good. Like, you want to be able to have strong posture and know simple verbiage and not be weird. Like, both of those amazingly talented leaders who have learned off the best people in our business have free tools there that are there for you to learn from. I really, really, really strongly suggest that you watch it. Because, and you're also not lying, you know, like when we say this thing, you know, like when you're sharing, Mel said, oh my God, that just sounds so authentic. Well, it's true. It's true, and it is authentic. When I started, I shared with my friend and I shared with my husband, 2 great people that supported me in everything that I do. What 2 people do you know that support you in everything? Because I tell you what, it's so fun doing it with people because you have people to pat you on the back, pick you up when you're having a bad day. Yeah, it's just, and it becomes natural. And then, like Narelle said, it then becomes a natural process for you to bring every single person in, knowing that it's normal for them to go and talk to 2 people. And then when they do it and they get great results, it's normal for them to go and talk to 2 people. And then they talk to 2 people. And without you even having to hard duplicate, it's duplicating on its own. Like, do you not think that that's brilliant? Because that's freaking brilliant. And it's just like 2 lines. That's it. 2 lines.
Yeah.
So which
really
one was it? Sorry.
So Hillary Courtney's ISA Uni presentation. It's in the ISA Help and Grow somewhere. I'll find it for you. Who wanted to watch it? Who just asked that question?
Looking now for it.
Who asked it, Tessa? It goes for about
If you go back through our messages, Tessa, it's there. It came through on I've got it open right now, Lisa, on the 15th of November.
So send it to Tessa. Send it to Tessa for me, Fiona.
Okay.
Yeah. And Julie wants too. All right. So,
I haven't got Tessa.
okay. Just, yeah, we'll find it. It's on the page. It really, really needs to be.
I've just posted it again on the page, on a Team to Awesome link.
Those guys aren't in our chat group, Fiona.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, who am I sending it to?
So you need to send it to Tessa.
I'll have to befriend Tessa because she's not on my friend list.
Okay. All right. But it's on the ISA Help and Grow page. So please know that when there's resources that are put up on the ISA Help and Grow page, that they are things that we would really love you to watch. And we don't put things up there to, you know, to overwhelm you or spam you. You know, there's not 1,000 things going up there a day. There's generally like 1 tool going up there every 2 or 3 days. You know, it's like, you know, what, 45 minutes, an hour, probably most out of your day. You are the COO, the CEO, the CFO, the cleaner, the manager, the worldwide freaking superstar, rock star leader of your own multi-million-dollar company. If some friend of yours says, hey, I just made multi-million-dollars in my company, you're the same as my company, I want you to earn $1 million, like just watch this for an hour. Please do yourself a favor and watch it. Save it. Save it. You know how to save things? Do you guys all know how to save things in Facebook? Save it and go back and watch it later. We're not sharing crap to you.
So I know some of our team really want Facebook training, so we're just going to run a Facebook workshop for them. So so when you ask that question, it might be that they don't feel comfortable saying they don't know. So I'll include that in our training.
Okay.
Just letting people know that need it.
Okay, cool. I can tell you, top right-hand corner, there's a little arrow that goes down like this. If you hover over the top of it, it's going to give you an option to save post or save video. And then you just press save. And then you go to your homepage and you go over on your left-hand side and it's got all your saved stuff. And you just go back and watch it. That was really quick. Anyway, and if you don't know how to...
I know that. I need more time, more hours in a day. But that's just me. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Lisa, I'm trying to find it. I seriously cannot find it.
I'll find
I've done it before, and I've started watching it.
I sent it to Jess and Narelle. Do you want me to send it to you?
Just put it back up on the ISA Help and Grow page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cool. Thanks. Does anyone else have any other questions?
Just one quick question, Narelle. You know, the way mostly we talk about trying to get people signed up onto President's Packs. So just one quick thing with me was when I put a post up about the 9-day challenge, I got a guy that I spoke to several times about doing Isagenix, and it was too expensive. He messaged me straight away, what's the story with this 9-day cleanse? I explained it to him. I sent through the price to him about the 9-day, and I sent through the price to him about the 30-day. And all of a sudden, he just went, bang, yeah, I'll take the 30-day. So is it a case, are we actually just better off meeting them where they're at and just get them on board rather than trying to push the President's Pack?
Yeah, and yes, absolutely. Because we have started, like Heidi McKellen started on a 9-day cleanse. She couldn't see the value in a 30-day or a President's Pack. And we've started people on shakes. We've started people on, any sort of that we just listen to their goals, if they just can't scrape the money together or they just can't see the value or whatever. We just start people like a 15-year-old girl in the gym that's really overweight and needs help. How could I ever tell her about a President's Pack? Do you know what I mean? Got her some bars and 3 shake tubs. Perfect. Like her mum was happy to pay for that, and that worked. But thank you, Fiona. I'm just going to shut Facebook now. But yeah, definitely just meet them where they're at. And Brett and Sammy did. When we first started, when Lisa and I started, there was no other option. You just sold President's Packs. There was none. And when you got asked the price, you'd go, well, I remember Lisa just saying $600, silly having a heart attack. And we didn't think there was any other packs. And then other people would come to me and go, I'm going to start on this pack. I'm like, oh, is there another pack? I didn't even know, because I never gave people options. But then I did some training with Matt and Karina said people like options, right? So if you say, a question I used to ask, I haven't used it for a while, is, do you give me permission to set you up for the best success? They're like, of course. Well, then I would highly recommend the pack that most people start on. Hear those words, most people, because Big Al says that most people want to be most people, right? They want to fit into that group. So when you use the term most people will go, most people start on that. I'm one of those. I want to start on the pack that most people start on.
Yeah.
So you've got to be clever with your words. And if you need help with this, there's a book called Icebreakers by Big Al, and he's really good in that as well. But most people, and sets people up for success. And then if some people, you use the word some people, and that people are like, I'm not a some people, I'm the most people. People are straight with what's the way we think. You have to change your words. So when we talk about cost, instead of saying cost, you could say investment into yourself, investment into your health, because cost it's a negative word, isn't it? Because it's going to cost you. What's it going to cost me? What's the investment? It's completely different.
You could always say, what's it worth?
Well, yeah, well, Lisa just said that before. Yeah. So, yeah, but definitely, Jerry, like I would definitely be offering, and if they cannot see the value, no matter what you do, and you know that they need it, just go, listen, you'd probably be better off with the 30-day cleanse, which works out to about $13.50 a day. You're still going to get good results. It replaces 64 meals in the 30 days. You get all your cleansing stuff. Notice I said all your cleansing stuff, because that's subliminal. They own it. Oh, yeah, that's mine, right? So all your cleansing stuff, and a herbal naturopathic tonic that helps with energy, stress, and sleep. Don't say Ionix. No one gives a shit what Ionix is. No one knows. No one cares. So when you tell them what it's going to do for them, the benefits, that's when they're going to buy. So then you're going to say at the end of that, at the end of the investment, right, the total investment into you is $398 up front, and it's going to replace 64 of your meals for the 30 days. And these is where you restate their goals. You restate what they wanted to lose. So this is going to get you on the way to lose that 10 kilos that you want to lose, that you've been trying to lose for the last 3 years. It's going to help you play with your kids. It is going to set you up for the best, the best success. And you're going to feel amazing and have energy and want to spend time with your children. And if you drill down into their why and understand it and get it, then you will be able, the cost won't be an issue. They'll find the money because you've just touched on the most rawest, the most painful point for them. Does that make sense? I'm sorry, you asked me a question. I'll just go on forever. But Lisa said one word for me. I didn't care about the weight loss because I figured I could do that by myself. But here, the before and afters got me interested, right? The before and afters were it. I was like, what is this thing anyway? And then she started telling me, and there was only one reason I bought. And it was one word that she used, and it was energy. Because to an exhausted mother, I was waking up in the morning not knowing how I was going to get through the day, and I was ready to absolutely kill my children. So for her to say energy, I was like, okay, I'll give anything for energy.
Last part hasn't changed.
Or kill my kids, yeah. Even with Ionix, they're still pains in the ass. Anyway. Double your energy in 30 days.
Stop whinging around. I had to raise 4 sons with no Ionix.
That's a hard task.
So most people lack energy these days. Most people lack energy and vitality. So this is where when this chick just had a thing that said today, it's like double your energy in 30 days. I was like, oh. And then of course my next sales bit goes, double your energy in 30 days or your money back. It's like, oh my.
No, we're not doing that. Don't encourage the money back.
No, I know, right? I know, but it's just like, and then remember that we're coming into like, you're coming into the new year, so you're going to have people that are like absolutely like running. They're running on empty because they've come out of Christmas, they've come out of New Year. They're going to be absolutely feeling shit. They might be on holidays, but they've been so busy they're going to feel shit. So, yeah.
Double your energy sounds good, and then maybe you could couple it with some, like put in that double your energy challenge. Is that what you call it? Double your energy shred? Or would you just have New Year, New You, and then have that as a tagline? What are you thinking around that?
You can do the New Year, New You if you wanted to, or the solution, the tags, solution. 2017, double your energy in 30 days, or the real solution, the real solution, 2000.
I like that. I like the real solution.
Solution challenge.
The iSolution challenge.
Yeah.
But you wanted to.
Just something different. I don't know whether I actually really want, or even if I want New Year, New You in there. I mean, that's just me though. That's just look like thinking completely outside of the box and going right away from that.
It works.
I agree.
But it works. That's the only thing. That's why it keeps getting used so many times, because it works, I suppose. That's the only thing. You can call it whatever you want. Last year I called it Super Single Mummy Challenge. Yeah. So anyway, better jump off because it's a bit late.
Yeah. Anyway, we can keep banging about, and I love that. Thank you very, very much for that thing of cost versus investment. That was awesome. So, yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys. It's been an awesome Zoom. So, lots done, and let's really like get some massive brainstorming going just do like I guess through a comment thread and really get something battered down. And like, you know, Mel, you generally make really great flyers, so I'm just going to put it up to you. I'm going to put the job to you to make flyers. So, you know, once we come up with it, you can make a flyer.
I just popped one into our little chat thread. So I need to get a new program though. I need to pay for it, so I get rid of the little tag on the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
So I'll do that. Shit.
You just get clever with that. You just put it up in a picture on your phone, and then you crop it. Right.
Yeah, that's what I usually do, but because there's so many pictures in it, it just didn't work. But yeah, happy to do that.
All right. Okay. And then you know, like there's use of colors as well, right? So green means health and vitality. Yellow means happiness and positivity. So just having also think about the fonts and the colors, you know, and really getting like, you know, for it to be able to be used, of course, you know, Narelle did there while we talked about that it needs to be unisex, and then it needs to be encompassing of everything that we do. So yeah, you know, food, shakes, support, you know, before and afters. So
anti-aging.
Yeah. Botox.
Yes. Botox.
Yeah. I've had mine.
All right. See you later.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.